Deepa, we are live.
दीपा तू म्यूटवर आहेस.
नमस्कार मंडळी. मी दीपाली सावंत, महाराष्ट्र मंडळ शिकागो 2026ची अध्यक्षा. आजच्या फिरस्तेच्या सेशनमध्ये मी अनुष्का आणि शिवानी तसंच इथे असलेल्या सर्वांचं स्वागत करते आणि जास्त वेळ न घेता मी या कार्याचे सूत्र कविताकडे देते. कविता.
थँक्यू दीपा. आपल्या सगळ्यांचं फेब्रुवारी 26च्या भ्रमणगाथा सेशनमध्ये स्वागत. आजचं आपलं सेशन कोलंबियावर असून ते अनुष्का आणि शिवानी सादर करणार आहेत. त्या दोघींचे आई वडील म्हणजेच अनघा आणि मंदार देऊळकर हे पण आपल्यासारखेच फिरस्ते आहेत आणि तेच जीन्स त्यांच्या मुलांमध्ये नक्कीच दिसून येतात. ते पण फिरतात आणि त्या पण आता इंडिपेंडंटली पण फिरताना दिसत आहेत. आपल्यापेक्षा यंग जनरेशनच्या दृष्टिकोनातून प्रवास आणि तिथे केलेली मज्जा नक्कीच छान असणार आहे. कोलंबिया हा दक्षिण अमेरिका खंडाच्या वायव्य भागात स्थित एक सुंदर आणि वैविध्यपूर्ण देश आहे. चला तर मग सुंदर, संस्कृतीपूर्ण आणि ऐतिहासिक अशा कोलंबियाकडे आपण निघूया. ओव्हर टू अनुष्का अँड शिवानी. लेट्स एक्सप्लोर कोलंबिया टुगेदर.
Thank you both, and thank you all for having us here today. I'll let Anushka share her screen before we get started.
We can see it.
Do you want to go in presentation mode, Anushka?
Maybe you want to maximize it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There
It
we
looks
go.
good now. Yeah.
So, it's nice to be able to give this presentation so soon after our trip. We were just in Colombia like 2 weeks ago, so everything is really fresh in our mind. It was a super beautiful trip. Colombia is a super vibrant country. It has a very colorful culture, diverse landscapes, and a strong sense of community. You can see the Caribbean influences. It's full of energy, music, and tradition. And every city is so beautiful, but today we're going to focus on Medellin and Cartagena, which is the two cities that we split our time within. So I'll let Anushka go ahead and kick us off.
Okay, so we started our trip to Colombia in Medellin. We went to the botanical gardens on the first day, and we got to see so many different kinds of plants. In this picture, I included this one that looked like kind of a pineapple. And then we also saw an iguana, which was really cool. And then after that, we did a walking tour that started off at the Botero Museum, and we got to see this really pretty church. And on day 2, we got to explore Guatape, which was about a 2.5-hour bus ride away from Medellin. And it's this really pretty, vibrant lakeside town. It has these really colorful houses, and it's especially known for the El Peñol rock, which we hiked. And that we did on that same day, day 2. It's about 740 steps, and it's actually the 3rd largest rock in the world, which is really cool. And a fun fact about it is that only 1/3 of it is actually visible. 2/3 of it is actually submerged underground. And the people who first climbed the rock, it took 5 days for them. And here are just some pictures of us climbing it. It was really fun, but it was also very difficult.
It wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be, actually.
true. It looks worse than it actually
It took
is.
us about 25 minutes. So he said there's 3 different groups. There's the active people, and it takes them like 15 minutes. Then the general public, and then the slow people that might take up to 30 minutes. So it wasn't as bad as you think.
Do
Yeah,
you know
and our
how many
tour guide,
steps?
it's about 740 steps. Yeah, and our tour guide actually said that he was able to do it once in 5 minutes when there was no crowd at all. So,
Show off.
and then on our 3rd day in Medellin, we got to use a lot of the transportation. We did a walking tour, and we got to use their metro cable, which connects the hillside communities to the city's downtown. That's this picture with my sister and my dad. And Medellin has a lot of graffiti artwork around the city, and that's because it used to be more violent, but the street-involved youth were actually encouraged to take up art instead of violence, which I thought was really cool. And all of these pictures, they also have a symbolic meaning, and it kind of just shows the history of and the transformation of the city. And we also got to go into the Botero Museum on day 3, and these are a couple pictures, these 2 on the right, of his artwork. They kind of show he has a specific style of art, which is a little bit exaggerated. All his figures kind of have like big faces and exaggerated features, and that's just the style of his art, which we thought was really cool. And then more about the Comuna 13 in Medellin, which is where we did our walking tour. It is covered in these really beautiful, colorful murals, and it also has escalators. So instead of building a road, the city actually installed 6 electric escalators, which we got to use, and these are powered by solar panels. And then yeah, it was really cool. And then we also got to see street performances, and these have like hip hop, break dancing, and I have some videos that I can show on the next slide of these, if they work.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they did like handstands, flips, everything. Here's another video.
Yo les saludo de la chica. Ella es Celestia. Mira.
Yeah,
Nice.
people were just sitting and watching it, and we got to see it up close, and it was really cool. And I'll give it over to Shivani.
Yeah, so from Medellin, we took a couple-hour flight, I want to say, to Cartagena, which is the walled city. Cartagena is known for the walled city, like I said. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We stayed within the walled city, but there's also another area called Boca Grande, which is a bit more modern. We thought the charm of the walled city was really appealing to us. The wall was originally built in the 1500s, actually, to protect against pirate attacks. The wall stretches about 11 kilometers and took nearly 200 years to fully complete. And it also doubles as a sunset hangout spot. So our first day that we got to Cartagena, we spent the evening watching the sunset and having dinner on top of the wall, because it's kind of elevated, so you get a nice view of the skyline, a nice view of the sunset, and it's just a great way to spend an evening. You can see there's always a lot of tourists and folks just enjoying a beer late at night or into the night. You can go to the next slide. Within the walled city, we did a walking tour. I would say this was my favorite walking tour that we did. It's always kind of a gamble who you get as a tour guide, but we got lucky and our tour guide was super animated. For this one. But the streets here are lined with really beautiful, colorful colonial buildings of all kinds of colors, yellow, red, terracotta buildings. Um, we highly recommend staying in the walled city. Like I said, the area is filled with live music, street performers, traditional women in the bright dresses selling fruit. So it was a really unique experience compared to what you might typically stay in for like a beach vacation, which is more like resort style. We didn't get some of the amenities in our hotel because the building, you could tell it was an estate that had been there for a really long time, but we had a beautiful pool. And yeah, you could tell that it was still really like well maintained despite how long it had been there. One thing that was a really cool fact that we learned on our tour was that these oversized original wooden knockers that we were seeing everywhere weren't just created for the artisanship or the beauty. They actually signaled status, profession, and heritage of the family that lived in that estate. So these are just a couple examples, but there were many other different figurines on the doors. So are there any guesses as to what a lion or a seashell might represent?
So lion probably is a nobleman or a noble house.
That's exactly
And
right.
okay. And
Yeah, a
seashell is like
lion.
a commoner.
Okay. Yeah. So a lion represents power, nobility, or even Spanish aristocratic lineage. It's a symbol of authority and prestige within the community. And then the seashell is associated with someone more connected to the sea. So, like merchants or traders or people in commerce. Um, and yeah, it signals wealth from overseas trade typically. But we thought that was a really cool fact, and we were noticing them throughout our trip there.
They look also very great, like especially the lion one.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Mhm.
There was also an
Um,
iguana, which was also fun to see. I don't remember the significance of the iguana, but that was also there. Remember?
yeah, yeah, it was really
मला
cool.
असं वाटतं की all Maharashtrians will now think of their family crest. Looking at this.
Yeah, that's something fun to think about. What might your crest
Yeah.
be? So moving on, we outside of the city center, there's also a lot more to do. It's Cartagena is known for its Caribbean beaches and islands, and the clear water and the coral reefs. So we took a boat about 1 hour from the walled city to Islas de Rosario, which is a cluster of 27 coral islands known for its beaches. We also had the opportunity to snorkel on this trip or on this excursion. We didn't see too many coral, or at least I didn't see too much coral, but we saw a couple fish. There was an opportunity to see the aircraft wreck. It's actually pretty famous. It allegedly belonged to drug trafficker Pablo Escobar. You might have heard of him. He is a really well known Colombian drug lord who was one of the most wealthy criminals in history, and he established Medellin's cartel in the 1980s. He was known as the king of cocaine. So that was kind of a fun, interesting fact. We didn't get to see the plane underwater, unfortunately, but we saw a couple other groups snorkeling over there. So
This looks pretty.
yeah, it was really pretty. Okay, Getsemani. So Getsemani, it was historically a working class neighborhood outside of Cartagena's old city walls. It was probably about like a 15-minute walk to get from where we were staying to Getsemani. But it's known for its it's known to be an artistic and cultural hub, filled with street art, live music, and festivals. Plaza Trinidad specifically is where locals gather to dance, socialize, and enjoy the lively atmosphere. And we really felt that when we were there. And there was one alley in which we saw a bunch of older guys like around this table playing games together. You can tell it's the culture really values community, and everyone felt really like well connected to each other, and social, like super social. So that was really, it was a cool experience to witness that. Anushka and I actually also got to experience the nightlife, so we went out dancing there with the locals, and it was really fun. The street murals, many pieces of, Anushka kind of touched on this, but many pieces of graffiti in Colombia tell stories of Colombian culture, history, and social issues. They touch on themes of gentrification, tourism, identity, resistance. I thought there were some of my favorite murals that we saw were in Getsemani. I also thought it was really interesting that, unlike most of Colombia, which is more obsessed with soccer, the Caribbean coast, including Cartagena, embraces baseball as part of its cultural identity. So we saw lots of murals based on themes of baseball, which was cool. And then every Sunday, there's an area where they all gather and play baseball together.
Our Major League recruits heavily through that.
Through,
Major League Baseball.
oh, really? In Cartagena?
Yeah. I mean, Colombia,
Oh, Colombia in general.
Guatemala, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was super interesting. I had no idea that there was such a deep history of baseball there. Just about 30 or 40 minutes outside of Cartagena is the famous El Totumo mud volcano. It's a tiny volcano filled with warm, mineral-rich mud. And it's supposed to have a lot of benefits for your skin. It was really, I have never seen anything like this. You can see the picture at the bottom right. It's super small, but it was basically, there was basically if you can imagine like a pit and a ladder and a bunch of people in this like mud like substance. I was honestly scared to get inside at first, but once you get in, it feels really, because of how hot it is, the mud actually feels really good because it's cooler. And then afterwards, obviously, we got to wash off and jump into a lake. But yeah, that was a really interesting experience. You can even get a massage once you're inside the mud. So yeah, that
is
was
very different.
very unique experience, I would say. Like, yeah.
And it was really cool because you could just float in the mud without doing like anything. Like you were basically just, your limbs were like automatically moving up and down, and you couldn't control exactly because the mud was so heavy and like thick and dense.
Yeah. So I also wanted to take a minute to talk about our food and drink favorites because we had so much good food that we ate on this trip. I will say we had a couple not so great experiences when we first got to Colombia that made us kind of nervous, but that's kind of always the deal with travel, is that you never know what you're gonna get. So I think after we tried a couple things, we realized that chicken is not their specialty. It like whenever we ordered chicken, it ended up being kind of like dry. So once we branched out from what we thought we should be getting and tried just like their specialty, which like in Cartagena that ended up being fish, but we got some really, really good food in Cartagena. So I really enjoyed, we had some freshly squeezed sugarcane juice in Cartagena. It was so refreshing. I'm sure it's like an Indian treat as well. So that was always so yummy to have in the heat. They also have their special version of lemonade called Coco Limonada, which is a blend of fresh lime juice, coconut cream, sugar, and crushed ice. And it's just as refreshing as it sounds. You can see the picture in the top right. I think every day that we were in Cartagena, we had at least a couple maracuya, which is fresh passion fruit. I've never had that much passion fruit in my life. It was so good. They, in general, they have really, really good fresh fruit, and like exotic fruit. We had some really yummy fresh fish. Like I said, robalo was the name of the fish that we tried. I had never tried this before. We typically had it fried and served with coconut rice and patacones, which are fried plantains, which is also a Colombian specialty. And you can see on that dish in the bottom right. So we had some really, really yummy food. And I would highly recommend the fish if you go there and if you eat fish. That's actually the end of our presentation. Yeah, to summarize though, this was a really beautiful country. I think when people first hear Colombia, they get immediately your mind goes to like safety and like, like, are you sure you want to travel there? But from my experience, it was a city full of beautiful culture, really welcoming, friendly people, and we had a lovely time there. Maybe hopefully one day we can go back. We still have to explore Bogota, which I've heard great things about, but in our time in Medellin and Cartagena, we would highly recommend the trip. And we can open it up to questions now if anybody had specific questions or wants to go over anything.
I have a question, if it is okay.
Yeah.
So I heard that Colombia is unique in terms of its population also. So it's not like a homogeneous population. It has multiple ethnicities in there. Did you see anything like that, or did you come across multiple ethnicities as part of its people?
Yeah, actually, as part of our tour in Cartagena, the guide talked super in depth about the slave trade in Cartagena, which is why you will see lots of descendants of African enslaved folks that reside in Cartagena. They're super influenced by like Afro-Caribbean culture, but we saw people of every color there. I'll also say, I noticed compared to, say, like, I don't know, like certain countries you go to, or certain cities that you go to, you don't necessarily need to know the language. In my experience, it was really useful to be able to speak a little bit of Spanish.
Spanish, yeah.
Typically, yeah, here.
Yeah, true that. And is there a direct flight to Medellin, or do you have to go somewhere before you get to Medellin?
No, we had a layover, I want to say, both
In
times.
Panama.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So it was connecting through Panama. Okay.
Yes.
And that wall that was built, is that built by the locals, or is that built by the Spanish people who later on, ruled them?
I'm not sure actually.
I think it was built by the Spaniards. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Because I was laughing when I read that they wanted to keep Francis Drake outside. I'm like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a little history buff, so forgive me.
Oh, we love history.
Oh, it says it was built by the Spanish Empire during the colonial period.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of colonial homes are now converted into the hotels. So a lot of the one that we lived in was also a colonial home before it was converted into a hotel.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you became a Maharani of Patiala over there. That's what I call. Anytime you go and you stay in any kind of palatial place, we say we are the Maharanis of Patiala.
It was nice. It
Nice.
was fun.
मला ते म्युरल्स खूप आवडले ग. किती
हो
सुंदर
खरंच
केले.
छान आहेत तेच
फारच सुंदर
They're
केले.
really beautiful.
एकदम बोलके आहेत ना. आणि
हो.
अनुष्का आणि शिवानी, I have one question. What was the duration of this trip? Like, how many days would you suggest?
We were there for like 7 days.
Yeah, it was a week.
And I think it was a good amount of time for what we did. If you were gonna do like Bogota, you would obviously have to extend the trip, but I
And
think
did you do it by yourself or did you had a tour, like an escorted tour?
no, we just individually booked the tours day by day. We didn't have one guide or anything like that.
ओके
We often used the free walking tours, and sometimes they were good, sometimes they were not so good. So that's
Yeah.
always a gamble,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah. I like this one also, the one that you're sharing in Gethsemane, that the corner, the leftmost piece where the person is sitting on the chair, that is amazing. That's just,
Yeah,
it just, the whole ambience there that they're trying to create is just so darn good.
Yeah.
and the name is
It
also good.
actually
Get
looks
some money.
3D.
Get some money.
I like that, Kavita. This is good.
मुद्द्याचं
How
बोला.
is how is the
Hold on.
public transport, Shivani? I mean, within intercity or something? How's that experience? Use any public transport?
we mostly used it in, well, Cartagena is super walkable, like even within Getsemani and the walled city. But when we used it in Medellin, we found it was pretty good. Like there
Yeah.
was, yeah, it was pretty well connected, I
We
would
used
say.
the train, the bus, and the metro cable, and they were all like very well
Oh,
maintained.
nice.
We did have a guide, I will say. When
Oh,
we
yeah,
used
yeah,
it, we had a
obviously. For the
guide. So
language thing, yeah.
if we were trying to figure it out on our own, it might be more difficult. But
But
yeah.
I have to say, the roads look to be very clean.
Yeah,
You know, I
it
mean,
was
in
generally.
all your pictures, there seems to be a general cleanliness around.
Yeah, the
Or probably
tour.
they have taken the photos where the roads are clean. Maybe.
That's true.
आणि पण आपल्याकडे देवळाच्या इथेच तर किती
Oh,
कचरा
that is
असतो
true.
ना.
Yeah.
हं. म्हणजे इन जनरल आपल्याकडे कचरा नाही अशा
हं.
गोष्टी फारच कमी असतात.
Correct.
Yeah, and I would say the beaches were pretty clean. Like the ones that we went to, the islands were very like there was no pollution that I could see.
हं. I
Did you
actually
shop
have a
anything?
बोल कविता.
Oh, ते विचारलं पाहिजे ना. Did you shop anything? One of my friend got a very good leather jacket from them. I just can't forget that. It was really so good. I'm generally not interested in leather things. I don't have anything in leather, but that jacket was really very good.
We did see a lot of leather stores.
Yeah,
And they sell a lot of coffee, obviously.
I bought some
coffee.
coffee.
Yeah, and emerald jewelry, it seems.
Yeah, emeralds. Yeah, a lot of emerald
Really?
stores.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I did not know that.
I think it's the largest producer of emeralds in the world.
Yeah, that's what.
Is
Yeah,
it?
Colombia means coffee,
Oh.
emerald, and leather jackets.
Yeah.
पण ते चांगलं मिळालं पाहिजे माहितीचं म्हणजे असं.
हो
हा,
ते
ते
तर
तर
आहेच.
आहेच.
हं.
ते
Yeah,
तर
and
आहेच.
also I would like to point out that Medellin is you know how it's spelled double L-I-N, and it's pronounced as Medellin. The same for Cartagena, spelled as G-E-N-A, but it's pronounced as Cartagena, and the same for Getsamani, it's pronounced as Hetsamani.
Oh my God.
Oh,
It's
oh, even I was like,
Oh,
wait, this is how it's pronounced, but that's how it's written in
oh,
English.
so
So
here in America means like we replace J with H, so there even G is replaced with H. Oh my
that's
God.
correct.
स्पॅनिश मध्ये आहे ते. स्पॅनिश मध्ये काय काय डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हॉट इज आफ्टर जी अँड दॅट चेंजेस द प्रोनाउन्सिएशन ऑफ वेदर इट्स गोन बी जी और इट्स गोन बी एच.
Oh,
So there
okay.
are rules for that. हा
And I
Good
think the
to know.
Spanish कोलंबियाचं पण थोडं वेगळं आहे as compared to Mexico and other. I mean,
हा पण रूट
dialect
तेच आहे.
थोडेसे.
हा
हा, road तेच करेक्ट.
म्हणजे इट्स नॉट कास्टिलियन स्पॅनिश लाईक यू वुड फाइंड इट इन स्पेन, पण इट इज सेम. म्हणजे तसं मग ग्वाटेमालाचं स्पॅनिश इज डिफरंट दॅन मेक्सिकन स्पॅनिश, पण थोडंसंच, काय खूप लांब म्हणजे खूप नाहीये वेगळं. तर तुमच्यापैकी कोणाकोणाला स्पॅनिश येतं? देऊळकर फॅमिली.
Mostly my sister.
So
Yeah.
Shivani was the spokesperson का जिकडे तिकडे शिवानी पुढे?
I was super rusty though on this trip. I haven't practiced in a while, but towards the end of the trip, it was warming back up.
No, it's always good, especially with Spanish, a lot of जसं francophone countries असतात तसं स्पॅनिश पण is very everywhere, especially in the Caribbeans आणि लॅटिन अमेरिकेमध्ये. So it's good to have that.
Yeah.
And once you know Spanish, you kind of know all the romantic languages. They are similar. It is true. Spanish and Italians are very same. Like if you know Spanish, you can understand Italian. I'm not saying you can be fluent in it.
I don't know
You
about
can
that.
understand. No, it's like I have heard.
I used to think that Spanish and Portuguese were similar, like sister languages.
No.
Yeah, right,
And then we
right.
went to Brazil and they almost get offended if you speak with them in Spanish. And it's also
Yeah.
not very similar. So you would think that they would understand your broken Spanish, but they don't.
Yeah. I don't know about Portuguese, पण स्पॅनिश आणि इटालियन, मी इटालियन सिनेमे पाहिलेत म्हणून मी सांगते तुला.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's exact word to word, but you get the gist of what they're saying. And I'm not even good at Spanish. So नाही, खूप छान
Ratnaki is
आहे.
raising her hand for a while.
हा.
अगं मी विचारलं, मी ते मेनली ड्युरेशनच विचारत होते अनघा, पण आय थॉट मी बोलल्यावर हात खाली जाईल, पण नाही गेला.
नाही.
But at least I had not added Colombia on my list, पण आता हे बघून खूप टेम्पटेशन होतं,
हो
स्पेशली
तेच नक्कीच माझ्या पण लिस्टवर
फूड आणि
नव्हतं
ते
पण
म्युरल्स मला फारच आवडले, जसं वैशाली पण म्हणाली.
हो.
आणि तो स्पेशली 3चा जो होता ना, 3 मुली किंवा 3 व्यक्ती, तो फारच जसं एकदम रिअलिस्टिक वाटतोय मला.
Oh no, the murals were amazing.
व्हिसा
Amazing
वगैरे काही
murals.
लागत नाही ना ग, म्हणजे काही व्हिसा वगैरे काहीच नाहीये ना ब्राझील सारखं?
नाही, काहीच नाही कोलंबियासाठी. And it's nice to get away in February. This was the first time that I could get away in February.
Oh, good.
So that was
काय
really
होतं
nice.
टेम्परेचर तिकडे?
Temperature in Medellin was a little bit cooler because it's right in the valley. The whole city is in the valley. So I think it was in early 80s.
That's not
And
bad.
no, it was very good. And Cartagena was, I think, a little bit 6 degrees warmer than that. It was 86, 87 असं होतं.
Oh, we can't imagine.
Yeah, it was very warm. But the water was perfect. So that's the reason. Yeah. Pablo Escobar's history is amazing. You see his 2 houses that were bombed.
Oh.
Yeah, so
ते
I mean,
कोलंबियाचं माहितीये ना, there is a movie of Tom Cruise where they say की Colombian drug trade was started by CIA असं म्हणतात ते.
wow.
म्हणजे दे वॉन्टेड, बिकॉज ते सगळं होतं ना, ते त्यांचं ते पनामाचा तो होता ना माणूस, त्याला पाडला बघ तिकडे. आणि मध्ये नाही का अमेरिकेची सत्ता होती पनामावर बरेच वर्ष, आणि मग नंतर त्यांनी ते पनामा दिलं परत, तर तेव्हा त्या ठिकाणी सगळ्यांची म्हणजे अमेरिकेला त्यांचं स्वतःच पाहिजे होतं. सो देवर लॉट ऑफ CIA operations that were done. And a lot of, even when the Germany was down after World War II, a lot of Nazi people actually came to the South America and they stayed in Latin America.
Oh, wow.
So तो हा जो होता ना ऐकमन, जर्मनीचा, हिटलरचा राईट हँड, he was the one who created Auschwitz आणि फायनल सोल्युशनचं इम्प्लिमेंटेशन करणारा. So he was caught from one of the America's countries.
Wow. Yeah, Panama is super important because of his location and because of the trade.
Canal, yeah.
The canal. Yeah. Yeah. So I can see what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
नाही, खूपच वेगळं आहे आणि हे इट्स व्हेरी डिफरंट पीस ऑल्सो. मला एकदम भारतातलं ते हातगाड्यांवरची फळं पाहून मला एकदम भारतातली आठवण झाली.
No, it was the fruits are amazing. Fruits was I think one of the highlights of Colombia. म्हणून ते मुद्दाम मी एक फ्रूटचा म्हटलं टाकूयाच बिकॉज दॅट्स वेगळीच फळं आणि एक्स्ट्रीमली टेस्टी आणि अमेझिंग फळं होती.
पण
शुगर
मला
केन
वाटतं
ज्यूस पण
US मध्ये सोडून बाकी सगळ्या कंट्रीज मध्ये फ्रुट्स खूप
फ्रुट्स
इम्पॉर्टंट आहेत.
दॅट्स ट्रू.
ते
या
आपल्याकडे ते GMO करतात ना म्हणून त्याची
हम्म,
चवच वेगळी लागते.
हम्म.
बाहेर
ते
गेलं की
चवच
साधं
वेगळी
पेअर
आणि
सुद्धा
म्हणजे इट्स नॉट दॅट मच इन्क्लुडेड इन डे टू डे डाएट असं जसं आपण बाकीच्या कंट्रीज मध्ये अगदी इझिली सगळीकडे लोक खातात मिळतं तसं इथं मिळत नाही असं नाही म्हणायचं बट समाव यू नो व्हॉट आय मीन.
फ्रुट्स इज अन आफ्टर थॉट ॲज अपोज टू आपण कसं जाता जाता एक पेरू खातो. पटकन भूक
या
लागली आहे त्या
या
हातगाडीवाल्याकडनं
केळं
पेरू घेऊन
पेरू
खाणार
हो
आपण.
बरोबर.
तर तसं नाहीये इथे. इट्स नॉट अ स्नॅकेबल थिंग. सो यू आर
राईट.
राईट. इट वॉज फनी टू सी दॅट. हे मला लिंबाच्या रसाचं फारच वेगळं वाटलं ग.
हो
कोकोनट
त्याचं नाव काय सांगितलं?
कोको लिमोनादा.
Coco limonada. It was so good.
सो द कोकोनट मिल्क दे मिक्स इट विथ द लिंबू का त्याच्यावरती टाकतात ते?
Yeah, they blend it with the lime juice, coconut cream, sugar, and crushed ice. So it's like frozen too, kind of.
बेस्ट
Oh,
ड्रिंक
it's
होतं. अमेझिंग.
You could probably make it at home.
yeah, I was
It's
looking at
easy.
it and I'm like, बापरे. कारण कोकोनट क्रीम आणि कोकोनट मिल्क
Yeah.
this has to be like the first run, not the second one. Because
Yeah.
it must be thick, no? If you're saying it's frozen, must be thick.
A little bit, yeah.
या ते परफेक्ट होतं कारण ते टेम्परेचर त्या
Hmm.
ऑलमोस्ट 90 डिग्री टेम्परेचर मध्ये ते पटापट मेल्ट पण होतं. सो इट वॉज
Ah.
परफेक्ट.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. मी मध्ये होरचाटा घेतलं होतं फर्स्ट टाइम एव्हर. दिस इज अ व्हाईल अगो. कुठे घेतलं होतं मला आठवत नाही. कुठे गेलो होतो आम्ही. पण घेतलं आणि इट
Mexico?
वॉज सो नो इट वॉज नॉट इन मेक्सिको. मेक्सिकोत कोण जात आहे? आम्ही इथेच कुठेतरी घेतलं होतं US मध्येच. कुठे गेलो होतो? आय थिंक वी वर ॲट गेटिसबर्ग आणि तिकडे आम्ही जरा हिंडत होतो. तर तिकडे कुठच्या तरी एका ह्याच्यात आम्ही गेलो तर फर्स्ट टाइम आय हॅड होरचाटा विच आय थॉट लुकिंग ॲट द डिस्क्रिप्शन आय एम लाईक आय डोंट नो हाऊ इट इज गोइंग टू टेस्ट बट इट वॉज टाउटेड ॲज द बेस्ट टेस्टिंग म्हणून मी ते घेतलं. पण इट वॉज ॲक्च्युअली व्हेरी नाईस. म्हणजे आपण विचार पण करू शकत नाही असे इन्ग्रेडियंट्स ड्रिंक असतं. आय वुड हॅव नेव्हर थॉट कोकोनट मिल्क अँड
आय
लेमन
नो.
ज्यूस.
या व्हेरी नाईस ड्रिंक. या आणि त्यांच्याकडे खूप कोकोनट त्याच्यामुळे कोकोनट राईस विथ
राईट.
फ्राईड फिश आणि फिश इज राईट देअर व्हेरी फ्रेश. सो कोकोनट राईस विथ फ्राईड फिश अँड दिस कोको लेमोनाडा दॅट वॉज देअर मेन
ते फिश वरती काय आहे मोठ्याच्या मोठं व्हाईट दिसतंय? आय कांट सी इट फ्रॉम हिअर. इज इट लाईक अ लेमनचा एक तुकडा वगैरे
या
असतो?
इट्स लेमन आय थिंक.
लेमन आहे ग्रीन.
छान दिसतंय पण. आणि आय एम सरप्राइज टू हिअर की दे पाताकोनेज इज फ्राईड प्लांटेन बिकॉज अपॅरेंटली केरला इट्स ऑल्सो हॅव फ्राईड
या
अँड सो डू फिलिपिनोज. त्यामुळं दॅट आय कॅन
It's really good.
Yeah, it is so good.
Yeah, it's so sweet. I liked it. It's almost like a dessert.
Did they put anything on it like cinnamon or honey or did they just fry it and give it to you?
No, they just fried it. And it was not seen as a dessert. It's just you eat it with the main course.
Yeah. Well, most of our dishes are also not seen as dessert. आपण खीर खातो पोळी बरोबर. आपण ती पोळी पुरी बरोबर खातो ना. आपण काही ती शेवट ठेवून खात नाही. श्रीखंड पुरी बरोबर खातो आपण नाही का?
Yeah.
So it's always a main dish or accompanying to the main dish. That's
Yeah.
how our food is also. I
Yeah.
think this sweet dish as a dessert is like a typically Western thing.
Oh, I never thought about it like that.
Oh, look at how we eat our sweets.
आपण आपलं जरी समजा जर की स्टँड अलोन जरी जिलेबी हे असलं तरी सुद्धा आपण ते मेन कोर्स मध्येच घेतो, शेवटी नाही घेत.
शेवट नाही घेत. मसाले भात खाल्ला, शेवट आपण काय घेतो तर पान किंवा दही.
या दही भात,
दही भात
ताक
म्हणजे
भात.
इव्हन साधं
ताक
आपण
ताक
आपोषणी
सुद्धा
घेतो
कधी
का
कधी
म्हणतो ना, ताक तेच. आपण असं स्वीट नाही घेत. आपण संपवतो जेवण तेव्हा त्याने किंवा बडीशेप किंवा पान असं.
आणि एकदा ना अगं हे होतं म्हणजे द प्लॅन्टेन वॉज द बेस अँड दे फिल्ड इट अप विथ व्हॉट वॉज दॅट शिवानी श्रिम्प रिमेंबर देअर या सो दॅट वॉज द ॲपेटायझर वी हॅड with the plantain at the bottom and made it as like a chip and filled it up with shrimp. ते कसला वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे वापर पण खूप करतात plantainचा. Yeah, it was nice.
Wow.
लास्ट टाइम मास्टर शेफ मध्ये होती ही डिश.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
Really?
Our
हो
first time eating that, it was amazing. I think Shivani, you
एकदाच
had ordered that as an appetizer. Yeah, one time.
ते
The
त्यांना असं
food,
कॉम्बिनेशन्स येतात ना फ्रुट्स आणि मग प्रोटीन असं त्याच्यात हे मला आठवते केलेलं.
Oh, it was very good.
It was so good.
always nice to see food.
Yeah, good food is a must on vacation, especially.
I know, right? Like we are the same. Anytime we go, yes, we research the destinations, but we also research the food and what we are
Yeah.
going to eat.
It's
आणि
a
विच
make or break.
रेस्टॉरंट,
Which restaurant and what to eat. असं सगळं.
हू इज द फेमस शेफ, हिज रेस्टॉरंट्स.
Correct. All right. I think we are kind of. Any other questions from anybody? नसतील तर मग मी थँक्स देते आता.
If anybody wants recommendations, like if you do end up going, we have lots of recommendations for where to stay,
Sure,
where
we
to
are going to
eat.
contact you.
Yeah, feel free
and
to.
Anushka and Shivani, next time you go to Colombia, I actually have a colleague who is Colombian. So he goes to Colombia every year. So if you're going to go to Bogota or anything, you let me know and I can ask him if he
Okay,
has
sounds
any
good.
recommendations.
Sounds good.
And he travels a lot in all across Latin America. त्यामुळे तो स्पेनला पण भरपूर जाऊन आलाय बऱ्याच ठिकाणी आणि त्यांनी ते कमिनो सांतियागो पण केलंय स्पेनचं. प्लस ही
Oh, I
इज अ
wanna do that.
कोलंबियन. त्यामुळे तो कार्ताहेना आणि बोगोताला जातोच दरवर्षी. So, if you need any recommendations or anything that is local, then he'll let you know. I mean, I can ask him. All right. Well, I just wanted to, first of all, thank you, Anushka and Shivani, for taking time from their schedule and coming to us. We are trying to encourage our young Firasta and Firaste to come and talk about it because, we parents travel, parents do everything, but we need the input from others end of the spectrum too. तुम्ही young generation, what is it that you guys would like to see, or how you look at a destination and how you talk about it, or what you get out of it? Because ultimately we do travel not just to see things and clip photos for us to put on Facebook or wherever else we put it. We do it to encourage and impart some sort of a knowledge about the world itself, as parents. So it is very nice to both of you, for you to come and talk to us about it and being so open about it. We appreciate it. We obviously want to thank Maharashtra Mandal, our 2026 team, Deepa, Priyesh, and all of our tech team people, our flyer team who created that beautiful flyer. And of course, Kavita for introducing you, Anaga for handling all the EC work that we need to get done, and all of our audience members. We would love to get the input. आपण ती तुमची YouTubeची लिंक आपण नंतर प्रेस पण करू, म्हणजे काही लोकांचं जे बुडलं असेल तर ते they can watch it on their own time. And if there are any questions from them or any comments, we'll let you know. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
थँक यू
Deepa,
अनुष्का, शिवानी.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks a
you.
Of
lot.
course. Thank you.
प्रियेशला
छान
सांगशील
झालं सेशन.
दीपा?
मी त्याला मेसेज केला आहे की
अच्छा.
सेशन संपलंय म्हणून, सो लेट मी कॉल हिम. ओके.
Okay. All right. I think we can go
Okay.
also now. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
Thank you,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
And you're
Thank you.
welcome to come again and talk to us, okay? So this is not one and done.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
अरे ते क्लोज झालं म्हणजे संपलं. मला बघ ते जरा चेक कर. मी एकटीच राहिली आहे, बाकी सगळे तर एक्झिट झाले. नाही, मला माहिती नाहीये ना कसं करायचं, काय करायचं ते. हां. बरं. हां.